Welcome to this new lesson in the Photoshop CC editing section. In this section, we're going to learn about this tab, HSL and grayscale. HSL stands for hue, saturation, and luminance. If you want to follow along, go ahead and open up the Photoshop 5.arw file. Hue, as we've learned earlier in the class about color, is basically the color itself. So changing the hue of a red will change it from red to a different red or to a different color completely. Saturation is the vibrance of that color, and luminance is the brightness of a color. And so with this actual tab, you can edit individual parts of your image. For example, in this image, if we want to make the blues change color, we could take the blue slider and drag it to the left or right. And all of the blues in this photo become a different hue. There might even be some aquas or purples in the sky that will change if we adjust the purple slider or the aqua slider very slightly. But actually, there's some aqua in this green sign over here. So if we want to adjust this green sign, we could adjust the greens very slightly. It's a lot of that aqua actually, and maybe some of that yellow, mostly that aqua though, and it had some blues in there. So this allows us to adjust specific parts, specific colors. Let's set to default by clicking that. So if I just adjust the aquas, you can start to see this becomes a little bit more yellow or a little bit more blue. Double clicking reverts that. Saturation, on the other hand, is how we can make the sky maybe desaturated. Maybe we don't want as much blue so that this sign over here stands out. And in this way, we can leave all of the colors except for one. See this red up here? If we increase that, it becomes more red. That might even have some magenta in it. If we decrease it, let's decrease the purples as well, everything becomes black and white except for the oranges, yellows, greens, and aquas. So let's actually make the aquas more. Greens are good. Yellows, let's take out. Oranges, let's take out. So now we have a photo with just greens and aquas. So you can get some pretty cool photos this way. Reset to default. Last, we have luminance. And like I mentioned, this is the exposure. So if we want to make the sky brighter, we can increase the luminance of the blues, or darker to decrease, which actually gives it more color. If we want that sign to stand out, we can increase the aquas and the blue, or the greens rather. It's very subtle for this sign. It doesn't have that much color in it already. Maybe we want to make it darker to stand out. And in that sense, we would make the blues brighter. So you can see that, again, using these different tabs, you can really make your photo more creative. Let's go ahead and set to default. The other option in this tab is grayscale. So if you check this box right here, it converts the image to grayscale, but you can still adjust the individual colors of your photo. So if we take this blue slider, for example, we can adjust the exposure or the luminance of the blues, which affects how the black and white image looks. Same with the greens and the aquas. We can adjust how it looks. So if we want to make this sign more contrasty, we drop the greens and the aquas, and then bringing up those blues makes it stand out a little bit more. The reds, if we want to make that tall scraper over here a little bit brighter, we can bring that up. Same with our magentas and purples. So this is a way that you can really adjust how your black and white photos look, rather than just your overall exposure, but by adjusting specific colors in a photo. And this is how you can take your black and white photos to the next level by playing with these individual colors. So by default, it's going to actually auto create the settings. So when you turn that on, it's going to set to auto. You can also set it there, or setting to default lets you create it from scratch. All right, so this is just an individual way that you can adjust colors in Photoshop. Let me know if you have any other questions. Otherwise, we'll see you in the next lesson.